Hi there guys, welcome to How to Succeed with Soloist Part 11. In the previous part of this entire training series, which is on Part 10, right? By the way, just in case you guys have missed any of these parts of the entire training series, you can always refer to the links in the description box below this video for the respective portion. Now, in the training video yesterday, we discussed about the AWeber technical setup, namely things like, number one, how to verify your domain, how to verify the email address, which is actually in conjunction with verifying the domain. And why is it important for us to verify the domain? Because we need to make sure that the DKIM is being set up properly. Verifying the email address to prove that this email address, which is associated with the domain, really belongs to you. Thirdly, we also talk about how to create a list. And we also talk about how to prevent this thing called a double opt-in by using the list options features within AWeber. So in today's training video, we are going to continue talking about email automation as well as email broadcast. This entire training series is really meant for those who are complete beginners. And at this juncture, let me explain to you guys what is email automation as well as email broadcast before we talk about the technical setup on how to do so. Now, email automation refers to situations whereby if you had ever visited any websites that request for your email address, and after you input the email address, you start to receive automated emails into your Gmail account or Yahoo, whichever email address they provided. Usually this thing is done via email automation. Email broadcast is where the real money is. The reason is because when we are separating the list according to the raw list, the buyers list, the openers, the clickers, now this is where we are able to send personalized emails to the respective segments. All right. So I do have people asking me, is it possible for us to automate the entire email marketing business by using email automation again and again and again? Personally, I don't condone this kind of practice because you are not really sending personalized emails in that case. So remember, email automation is really meant for you to start branding your name. Whenever your subscribers are seeing the same name popping up in their inbox again and again, that is where you slowly build up the know, like, trust. But if you want to see where the real money is, that is where the email broadcast comes in handy. Moving on to the AWeber dashboard. Now again, this is one of my students' account, which is the same account that we used yesterday from Lawrence's. Now, first and foremost, if you follow my mouse, on the left, you have this thing called a list. Remember, yesterday when we were creating a list, when you go to the main dashboard and scroll down, you see that these are all the different lists that's been created, right? So if you want to do any form of email broadcast or email automation, make sure that you click over here on the right arrow so that you drop down all the different lists that you already created. So let's say, for example, you are going to send email automation messages into this particular list, which is called leads from Leadpages. All right, so from there, go under automation and click on campaigns. If you want to start creating a campaign, remember to click on this one, create campaign, click on blank campaign and select. So from there, you can choose on subscribe or tag applied. All right, so I will usually state on subscribe. So which means to say this current list, which is leads from Leadpages, will have this email automation. Anytime when anybody subscribe into this particular list, they will start to receive the very first message. The way to do that is just to hover your mouse to send message and double click it. So automatically you will come into here. And then on the right, under create a message, drop it down and click on drag and drop email builder. All right, so this is the template that's being provided by AWeber itself. So what we need to do is to hover your mouse over to click here. Just hover it. There's no need to click on anything. And suddenly you will see these three options coming up. All right, so just go to the delete button and delete away this click here. Again, hover your mouse to this line break and delete it. Hover your mouse to this sign off and delete it. What we need is just this particular portion. So in case you're wondering, where exactly do we insert the subject line of this email? This is where you are going to do that. All right, so let's say, for example, the subject line is, this is a test. Okay, then from here, you're going to highlight the entire thing and say, hi. Now, if you want to create any form of personalization, like for example, you have already collected their first name. So all you need to do is just to bring your mouse over to this portion. All right, over here, this add icon, drop it down, click on subscribers info, and from there, choose first name. All right, then comma, followed by type your email. Okay, so let's say this is a test. So remember, every time when you're doing your email, remember to sign off, and then I'll put on there regards, then followed by the name. Okay, followed by the name itself. Let's say this is where you're going to highlight your entire text in order to insert a hyperlink. So highlight this entire portion. You will see this bold, italics, underline, as well as these link options appearing. My practice is usually I like to bold it. Then I'll click on this link option, and this is where you can insert in your tracking link or affiliate link and click on the save button. So let's say, for example, we are going for worldwideweb.google.com. Okay. So now you will start to roll, and once you see the green check mark, means that this is a valid URL, and click on the save button. So straight away you will see that this is a test has been highlighted and in blue. Next thing, click on save and exit. So with that, your very first email automation has been created. All right, congratulations. Now the next thing you need to do is, after this first email has been sent out, you're going to double click on wait. From here you can choose perform the next action 1 day later, or you can choose in terms of 1 hour later, 1 minute later, 1 week later, or even 1 month later. Okay, usually my practice is I'll click it on 1 day later. Then subsequently, hover your mouse over the send message again and double click it. So this will be the second email. Now this is how you're going to create your entire email campaign. After you have done everything, click on save and exit. Alright, so once you have saved and exit everything, you will notice that this is under untitled campaign. So what you need to do is to hover your mouse over to this button and click on activate. Alright, so once it's active, that means to say this particular email will be sent. Right, so what we need to do is to delete away this whole thing now. Alright, so this is how you create an email automation campaign. The next thing, let's talk about email broadcast. So assuming again you're going to send email broadcast to this particular segment, which is leads from Leadpages. Then from there, go under messages and click on all messages. Alright, then from here, click on create a message, drag and drop editor. So the way to do this entire email broadcast is exactly the same. So let me just insert a subject line here. This is a test. Alright, we're not going to do any changes over here. Just leave it as it is because I'm going to show you something next. Click on save and exit. When it comes to email broadcast within AWeber, the next thing you need to do is, you can see over here that this is under all messages. So this is under draft status, correct? So what you need to do is to click on this right arrow button in order to schedule this entire email. One thing about email broadcast, you can schedule when you wish to send out this email. So the audience by default is active subscribers on the current list, which is leads from Leadpages. If you want to add any other subscribers, you can always do so under this include this list. So these are all the different lists that you can select. Alright, so we're not going to do any changes to that. Now under schedule, this is where you can choose to send it immediately or choose a date and time that you wish to send it. Alright guys, now, so this is how you do the scheduling. The next thing is in terms of automation, don't bother about these things. Share messages, don't bother about it. Additional options, just leave it as it is. Once you have finished scheduling it, click on the schedule message and you are done with it. The technicalities in terms of doing an email automation and an email broadcast is pretty straightforward. But however, you need to understand what is the rationale behind doing an email automation and behind doing every email broadcast. What is the frequency to send out your email automation? What is the frequency to send out your email broadcast? And these are all the things that I cover within even my 8 sessions of one-on-one email marketing training. By referring to the link in the description box below this video, it will lead you to all my different levels of mentorship program, beginners club, star club, inner circle, as well as this email marketing course. Alright, so like what I mentioned just now, this is 8 sessions. Every session will last for 2 hours of one-on-one Zoom session. This is specifically catered for those who only want to master email marketing from myself. The objective of this entire training is to achieve a minimum of 10,000 USD per month with email marketing. Alright, these are certain testimonials. Alright, you can go through them on your own. Now, very importantly, please book a complimentary Zoom session with me before you enroll it. Alright, because I need to know what is your current level of email marketing skill, your knowledge, and whether I'm able to help you to achieve that eventual goal. Now, on top of the 8 sessions, after we have completed it, you will have another 12 months of follow-up ad hoc Zoom sessions to answer all your questions regarding the training, as well as updating you on the latest offers and strategies to make sure that you achieve your 10K per month target. Alright, and these 8 sessions is currently going for $1997 US one time. Who is suitable for this kind of email marketing training? Either you are an experienced marketer whereby you're not getting the results that you want and you can't figure out what exactly went wrong, or you are a complete beginner. Both segments of email marketers will definitely benefit from this training per se. For those of you guys who have certain level of experience, of course, that is where I'm going to go through back to all the fundamentals and making sure that your whole setup is done properly. If not, we have to reset up the whole thing for you. For those who are complete beginners, this is even better because that is where I'm going to walk through with you step by step which one to click, why to click it, how to go about setting up the system, even though we are doing some form of done for you as well. Alright guys, so I'm going to see you in the next video recording whereby I'm going to talk about a third-party tracking software. Subsequently, after we finish with the third-party tracking software, the final parts of this entire training series, I'm going to show you how to combine everything together. Take care.